Make sure everything's cool. Hope y'all can hear me. What's up, y'all? Had to get the mic, bring it a little closer. I'm trying things a little different now, but what's up, everyone? How you guys doing? I am Dave On. This is Bring the Ruckus Podcast, a podcast where we talk about the latest and greatest in sports as well as music. And hey, y'all, we got basketball. Basketball started out last night. You had the OKC Thunder and the Lakers and I would say Washington, Lakers and Warriors. Good little games. Definitely got to talk about the thriller in OKC. Like that game, what an opener we had. Like the first game in the NBA, we having double overtimes, almost triple overtimes. Beautiful thing to have. But first, before we get started, I do want to have a little bit of announcements as well. Get this stuff out the way. So for one, we had a free giveaway, free jersey giveaway, and I know he didn't want me to shout him out, but Mark, if we watching this, Mark got the free giveaway. He's one of the only person who's commented on my stuff. So like I said, guys watching this, you for a little bit, just comment, share love, share, comment, all that stuff, subscribe. Just the more you support, the more giveaways I can give away, more things I can do for the channel. So it's like when y'all show me love, I'm definitely gonna show love back. So in the future, I do want to do more little things like that, but it's all about growing this channel. So always, even if you just come in and just say hi a little bit, or just come and comment and just dog on me, say I'm trash, it still helped me grow because criticism is what it is. So yeah, got that out the way. Got the giveaways. It was congratulations, Marks, on giving him a free 76ers jersey. I don't know how the Sixers gonna do this year, but hey, you gonna get your jersey. So hey, cool with that. But yes, if you're watching this live on YouTube, we're gonna have more episodes coming out this year. I'm gonna look at this more so as like last year was the trial error. This one is gonna be more of a real error. So it's gonna be like the Bring the Ruckus podcast 1.5 season. So, welcome to a new season. This is like the official season starting off. I did do something the other day, but that was more so just trying to get some stuff out there. But I can say, best all season is starting now. So you know what? This can be the official Bring the Ruckus season. You can almost look at it like last year was a preseason. This is gonna be the final season. The what is it called? The season, the regular season. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So that being said, people are gonna be listening on Spotify. You didn't get much episodes at all last year. I just had some stuff trying to test it out. So now I'm trying to get some more stuff on Apple, put it back there on Spotify, and just more ways for you guys to listen to it. So try to get this out there, try to get more content out there, because boy kind of enjoy making content sometimes. So that all being said, y'all, let's talk about some basketball. Let's talk about the OKC and the Thunder game. So of course it's basketball. We all excited about this stuff. Like I'm gonna talk about the first things I saw when I first saw the game. So we seen OKC get this ring ceremony. So first scene, this first ceremony of OKC getting rings, I think it was kind of nice. It's definitely interesting because this is NBC's first time doing this type of thing, and usually like we watch this on ESPN. Well, I say usually I watch this on ESPN if it's on there, or I watch it on something like League Pass, and you don't get to see much of it. But this thing, like I did catch, I ain't gonna lie, I was playing 2K a little bit. Hold me up. I did catch it late, but what I saw was like OKC just showing that joy. It's like it was real inspiring to see them dudes just happy, smiling, posing and stuff. Just had the rings and just flashing. Yeah, I'm showing my ring. If y'all not, watching the audio side, your boy gotta show off the wedding ring. but just seeing people like Shay, people even like J Dub, J Will, seeing the other people, Aaron Wiggins, the little role players, everyone happy, bought into this thing they accomplished. To me, it was kind of inspiring, and it made me want to, go after my dreams more. Just seeing little stuff like that, because nobody had OKC as being this team like this like a couple years ago. We seen these on a rise, but now you actually see that OKC actually might be beginning of a dynasty. It's beautiful to see, and they're still young. So I want to say that being said, the first beginning of the quarter, we noticed OKC was kind of emotional starting off. It looked like they wasn't playing the same. They just wasn't locked in as much. It seemed like they was missing some easy buckets, just not playing that OKC basketball. But what I did notice, and I'm sure you all noticed as well, Shep Hunger. Shep was balling. And if you guys watched my episode previous, I said I think Shep might break out. These games kind of went what I thought. Besides, of course, no one was gonna think a double overtime game, but I had a feeling that Shea. I didn't even know J Dub wasn't playing at the time, but I just feel like Shea this season, he's going to put some things on his back. I mean, he's still a little thin guy, need to bulk out a little bit, but Shea's going to let you know that he's here. He's got his money. He's looking at third, being known as a third option. Shea's going to put in work and let you know that he's here. He's a champion, and he's Thunder's there. So I looked at him. He was getting off. He was almost making like all his shots. I don't think he's gonna do this all the time, but at least he's showing that he can be that secondary option when J Dub is not there. He can be, someone to be called upon, which they need that more of him. They need more of that of him in the playoffs. We seen he was kind of getting dogged, and that's why I kind of figured, as an all season Chet, he was getting clowned by Miles Turner. We seen the shot when he in the finals. I think it was game 5, maybe it was game 6. We seen Shea try to shoot a three from long distance, end up getting blocked. So little things like that is letting me know, like for real, we know that Shet worked on this game. Even we seen this game today. We seen that, or not today, yesterday. We seen that Shea was out there, putting in work. We seen his adjustment. We also seen people like Lou Dort. Lou Dort up there hitting the spin moves and stuff like this. Dort wasn't doing stuff like this before, but we seen these boys was in that room trying to get better. They was in that, training facility getting better, which I mean, kind of figure anyway. They're young, defending champs, so I can't see them getting complacent so soon. I'm not gonna sit there and say they're gonna repeat just yet, but the way OKC play right now, they was looking like their regular self. And that's the thing also about this team, them bringing home everybody else. Like they didn't really make no moves at all besides bringing in the guys. So these guys know each other. It's familiarity. They don't have to, have no one in there adjusting, learning plays. These guys know, all right, we back on business. We're gonna do this. We're gonna execute like this. So we're seeing what a well-oiled machine kind of looks like. And honestly, I like that. Whether you hate OKC or not, just seeing a team put together like this who's been staying long term, the longevity game. This is why people hate the Warriors, because they was a team that was so cohesive, had the chemistry all down. Now, y'all LeBron fans gonna hate me for saying this. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. But LeBron had the super team era where we had people going left, right, left, and right, left, right. I'm hoping, hopefully thinking that now this new era, especially with the new CBC and all that stuff, CBA, stuff like that, we're gonna see more teams sticking together. More teams stick together. We're gonna get more of this, chemistry. We're gonna see less changes. It's gonna be a better brand of basketball if teams like OKC just stick together their whole time. So when I saw that team, you definitely seen kind of the chemistry. On the other hand, um, Rockets, they started out kind of sluggish to me. They was looking kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie. But this all big lineup. This is the biggest lineup there's ever been in NBA from like 55 years or so like that. The smallest person, 6'7". I know y'all gonna do it 6'7". I already know people going there gonna do it, but that was the smallest person on there, and that was Amin Thompson, and he's playing point guard. KD, probably the first time in his career playing shooting guard. And I'm not gonna lie, to me, it looked a little sloppy the first quarter. There's a lot of turnovers. A man was running into KD off screens. It just didn't look good at all. But by the second quarter, they kind of got things together. Shagun was playing more of that Joker lineup, that Joker role of playing a point center type of guy, and it was working. It was like beating OKC, but also like I said earlier, I think OKC just was kind of nervous. They wasn't turned up enough. Rockets look good. Don't get me wrong; these are two defensive juggernauts, but we seen just watching this game, Rockets definitely need a point guard. And I was thinking this before the season started, especially when Fred Van Vliet got injured. Rockets would be so nice with Drew Holiday. Like I think he's going to be the person to complete them. I don't know if they can get him. Maybe they can trade. Red League and they just have two injured point guards and do something like that. But you can just desperately see that the Rockets, they need a point guard. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a move, but right now it's way too early. But it's just one of the things I've seen starting off. Also, just starting off, I see KD. KD is not the typical KD playing on this team. KD wasn't as aggressive at all. He seemed like he was trying to fit in a little bit. It seemed like he wasn't trying to do too much. It seemed like he's the new guy on his team, and he just kind of wanted to be the vet, show some leadership. I've seen him calling out plays, telling people to like hold off a little bit, telling people to go, just being a veteran player's present, telling people to do on defense and offense. I've seen, KD's commanding the floor a little bit. So, being that the defensive anchor dude, and it's weird saying KD a defensive anchor, but you know what I mean. He's a guy who got the most experience on that team besides like Stephen Adams, and if I'm not mistaken, he came in the league before Stephen Adams. They was on the same team together, OKC. So you can just see that he was showing that more. And also, I noticed with KD playing with these young guys, it was a little bit frustration. And some of that frustration, it wasn't just like the old guy playing with these young dudes. I seen the frustration coming because OKC's defense was just swallowing them, but it's an adjustment for both parties and stuff. KD had to learn his teammates, and also had to learn his teammates got to learn him. It's a young team, they're a good team, but come on, KD been in the league before some of these dudes was almost born. Like some of these dudes probably was like 5 when KD got drafted, so it's kind of understanding. And I do think if Van Bleek was there, control the pace a little bit, then we won't see this much. So it is what it is. And this is probably the youngest team that KD has played with, besides the OKC team he was on. I'm pretty sure nobody else is. He haven't played on a team this young in a long time, and he's definitely the old guy. It is older people on that team, like the Steven Adams and Capella, but as far as role players and like players who actually gonna make a difference, which I mean, I'm not trying to talk down on Steve Adams and Capella. They're gonna play their role as centers, but I mean, that's all they're gonna do is pretty much play defense. People who's going to do more. It's probably the youngest team the KD's ever played with, so it's one of them things. Kind of look together, see what they're doing, but it is what it is. I'll say third quarter though, breakdown. That's when Shea started going down. That's when OKC showed, we got the MVP. That's when Shea was making them clutch shots, and it showed, we're here. Third and fourth quarter, I can say. Really, I think the fourth quarter is really when he turned it up. It showed like they're not trying to lose. So during that time, we seen that's when the team was really turned up. Shea was doing his thing. I wanted more from Chet. Chet was doing his stuff, but he had some like, kind of crazy plays. One where he crashed, and it's like when he got crashed the floor, it looked like, dang, did he get hurt? I was kind of nervous about that, but overall, it just showed that OKC's they're the better team, but they also like the more it's more chemistry on that team. But later on, overtime. Look at that thing. I did not think this team was going to overtime. It was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We had Shea hit a clutch three. Şengün was doing his thing. I feel like all game, Şengün was doing his thing. I feel bad if I don't talk about how much Şengün was looking. Şengün was looking like someone to kind of dominate the floor. Like he dominated on both. I can't say both ends as much, but he dominated. Just showed his impact. He was passing, he was rebounding, he was shooting threes. I'm not saying that Şengün's three is all that, but it looked like Şengün has been working on his three. So it was kind of nice to see that. It was kind of nice to see him stretch the floor a little bit. My comp for Şengün is kind of like a better Paul Gasol. And he kind of was showing that in a way, especially when playing power forward. I just feel like we haven't got a nice big power forward like that in a while. And Paul Gasol in his prime is almost like the best comp I have for Şengün. I'm talking about Paul Gasol when he's like on the Bulls and stuff. Y'all know when he was on the Bulls, he might not been got much love, but Paul Gasol was a beast on there. That in the Spurs. Like, just look up the highlights if you don't believe me. But overall, y'all, I didn't want to talk too much on this. Just want to get some stuff out there more. But it was a good game. Like, what more can we ask for to have first game of the NBA going to double overtime. Like it just shows great basketball. And I hope this is more to come. Hope more teams kind of play that same sense of urgency they play with. They was out there playing defense. I mean, it was like 25 turnovers from OKC alone. These are both two defensive teams, but if we get more of this, man, it's gonna be a good season of basketball. That being said, I'm gonna take a short little break, and we come back. I do want to talk about the whole NBC on NBA. Let's see, what we think about that. All right, y'all. We break. I had to get a little break. And I want to just going. I don't want to be on here talking, just rambling so much. That's why I got to grow this channel. Get more you guys on here for we can just talk more about these sports, talk more about this music, and just more about life in general. Just grow the channel and just be some beautiful people. So before I get out of here, I do want to talk a little bit about NBA on NBC. Actually, before I get on there, I do want to say the Lakers game, Warriors game. I meant to watch that, so I'll talk a little bit after that, after this. But I didn't watch much of that, so I don't want to come on there and act like I watched both of them games. It was hard for me to watch both of them games. Nobody was expecting double OT. By the time the Lakers game came on, it was almost halftime, and I'm like, man, I don't even know what to say about this game. I gotta take a shower and probably rewind back and watch the whole thing from the beginning. It's like, yo, someone's got to work in the morning. So the West Coast teams, West Coast games, they kind of be hard for us on the Midwest and the East Coast. But you know what? It is what it is. But anyway, NBA on NBC. I just want to say when that first started off, seeing the Jordan and all that, it bring about nostalgia. It made me think about playing old video games. Like I think it was NBA Jam, or it was another game. I think it was called NBA on NBC. That game was cold. I remember playing with my brother like PlayStation 1 type of games. It was really nice. It might have been PS2. Pretty sure it's PlayStation 1 though. I don't know. Maybe I'm showing my age, but hey, oh well, I'm glad to be this old and made it. But it brought back nostalgia of playing old video games for me. I don't know. You remember watching basketball as much at that age? Because I was young. I watched a lot of TV, so remember watching some things, but not like that. I mean, of course, I remember the game more. I mean, come on, play games all day. But it brought up nostalgia. Seeing Michael Jordan on there, it was a different vibe. Like it wasn't a normal halftime show. It just showed that NBA on NBC. It almost felt like it's showing more of the basketball side. Appreciate the love of the game more. Even seeing MJ on there, some people might not like it, but it's showing the history of it. We seen T Mac, Vince Carter. Who else was out there? It was T Mac, Vince Carter, and Melo. Different eras of the basketball. If we had one more order person, it'd be like almost all eras and modern era. To me, NBC, whether you like it or not, is better in a way so far. Far as just loving the game of the basketball, like Shaq and all them. I'm not trying to clown them. It's entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but this kind of show basketball, and I'm like, yo, this is a real thing. This is not just hate to talk about Adam Silver. This is not just a highlight league. This is something that's actually serious. It's a beautiful thing with history on there. It's history involved. We had battles. We had playoffs, championships, different players, historical players. So I think NBA and NBC, I think they did a great job on it so far. I still want to see more they do, of course, but for their first first basketball game in so long, you can't really complain about it. I mean, of course, people probably want to see more entertainment stuff like that. Want to see more of the Shaqs, the Kennedys, the more joking stuff. They're probably gonna have that later on. But for me, as a basketball lover, it just showed like it's showing entertainment in basketball, not entertainment in more so old man's like, oh, I got a championship, you don't, blah blah blah. That stuff was cool and it's funny, but also it gets old quick. So that being said, NBA on NBC. I'm here for it. I hate that we got to pay for all these streaming services, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We have to do it. Like, it's capitalism. Ain't nothing I can say about it. So I do want to talk about again before I get out of here that Lakers game. So Lakers Warriors. I don't even know the score like that. I forgot it, but I know the Warriors won. They smacked them. So with that being said, I want to say the same thing I was saying on the last episode. I feel like Lakers, they're gonna be good because they got two good players. They was the third seed last year, so it's not like they're gonna be horrible. I can see them being a playoff team, but they have so many holes on this team, and people hype up people like Austin Rivers so much or Austin Reeves so much, but you can tell Lakers need a lot on this team. They need defense. They need so much defense, and it showed. Like Warriors picked them apart from the little parts I did see. You seen Jimmy Butler got off, and like Jimmy Butler, he can he not the pace himself. Um, Chef Curry didn't even do like he want to do. Like Curry was playing, but if Curry really want to get off, especially with Luca guarding him, them not really having defense, he would opening night. Curry could have got off like 40, but he's kind of struggling a little bit from what I seen. Wasn't doing the most. But the person who did get off was Kaminga. Kaminga got off and he showed that, y'all should have paid me. Or he showed also his trade value is getting, stacked up. I don't know what they're gonna do with Kaminga, but hey, the Warriors, like I said earlier before, I think the Warriors is a sleeper team and they can, actually win the championship. Don't get me wrong, they have some pieces they gotta be made, but the Warriors is looking like that legit team of the past. The ball movement we see on there. I seen a play. I hope y'all seen this play. They was just passing it, boom, 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 from one side corner, from the mid range, all that, boom, boom, boom. Then Jimmy Butler had like a cut, and he wrapped around the pass to I believe Al Horford. Beautiful. It was just so much ball movement of the words of the pass, and it just shows that this is a veteran team. They're older, but hey, don't sleep on them. Especially if they get one more piece, one more key piece. I definitely think the Warriors going, do damage this season. Even if people like Pod step up, they going definitely do some damage. So I want to say again, I don't watch that game, but what I seen, y'all, Warriors look nice, Lakers look trash. So I can't really say they look trash, but the Lakers just got so much pieces missing. People like dominating wasn't doing much. But personally, no. Luca, of course, got off, but it's like it's the thing about Luca. Luca can give you a 40-point triple double, but it don't amount to win. It's kind of like I don't want to call him a stat stuffer, but I mean, even when LeBron James was there, that probably wasn't going to do much any. Like I don't think LeBron's 20 points or whatever it would have, of course, helped, but they still would have lost this game, in my opinion. So that being said, I am Dave Mom, the host of Bring the Ruckus podcast. This has been a great episode. Hope you guys are still tuning in. We're gonna have more things going in. Hopefully, get more giveaways, but gotta grow the channel more because your boy ain't rich. We're gonna talk about more basketball. Hopefully, talk about some basketball tomorrow, maybe ish. I got something kind of planned, but we don't know about it just yet. But I want to see about it. I'm gonna try to come here almost every day or every other day and just talk basketball. So that being said, peace, you guys. I'm your host, Davon. This is Brandon Ruckus Podcast, and we out.